No.
Listen, man.
Uh,
I'm gonna say this right now, and I will bet you fucking money that I'm right, dude. This was going. This is all. This is all a gimmick.
your prediction.
That's all this is. This is all a gimmick. The vote was called off. Why? You don't have to be smart to figure it out. If it would have went today, the bill would have failed. They would have had to go back and rewrite the whole thing. The bottom line is the state is too lazy for that. All this hype and all this bullshit is very simple. Come November, when we all have to fucking vote again for the next presidential election, whenever the fuck that is. Either this November or next November, I don't know. Right? This one?
Every year.
No, every 4 years. Because he's in office for 4 years.
Oh wait, yeah. So he's safe for this year now. This year coming up, I think, and then next year.
I don't know.
So next November or whatever you said, next December, November.
Either way, the next time that the state of New Jersey votes in November, I will bet you fucking money, dude, that weed will be on the ballot. Because it's never gonna pass. It's never gonna pass through the fucking state. It's never gonna happen. And there's a couple of different reasons why it's never gonna happen. One is simple. I can agree with some of the Republicans and even the Democrats when they say the tax is too much. Why are they saying that? Well, because, dude, listen, it's common sense, bro. You're not gonna beat the streets, dude. If I can go find some random jerk off on the street and buy an ounce for $400, I'm not gonna go into a dispensary and pay 600 for it. It's just not gonna happen. Like, you can make all the arguments you want about how, oh boy, it's cleaner and it's grown in house and at least you know what you're getting. None of that shit matters, dude. None of that shit matters because it comes down to the dollars and fucking cents of it all. And just because it's grown in a dispensary does not mean that somebody can't fuck it up. That's something that I don't think a lot of people really think
I
about.
really don't think it has that amount of THC that they say it does.
It probably doesn't.
You know, saying it's stronger than fucking street shit.
It probably doesn't. If anything, the only thing that you're guaranteed to know is what strain that you're getting. That's it.
And even like with the gummies, I would like to see what milligrams or what's the quantity.
So this is what it is, man. There's that, and then there's also the bigger end of all of this, which is a two-prong ordeal. One is expungement. Two is home cultivation. For people that are not understanding what that phrase means, it means that you can grow weed in your house. Like you can do, I'm pretty sure, in every other fucking state that has legalized marijuana, you can grow it at home if you choose to do that. Because it's cheaper. It does take longer, and the state is stupid because what they don't realize is that, dude, it takes like a year. I don't know the science and math. I'm just saying. I fucking read some things.
I think 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know. I don't know for sure.
And that
I've
doesn't
never.
guarantee you a plant.
Yeah, I've never grown a plant in my life, so I can't say for certain exactly how long or what the process to turn the lights on and off is and all that bullshit.
Oh, I don't know. I would think maybe like 8 hours of sunlight.
Yeah, but so I think that shit.
I'm just saying because I have I have helped my grandmother on her farm, and I have plant veggies, so I would think that they're about the same.
I
Like,
leave
maybe you have to
it.
germinate. seeds.
I leave that shit all up to the professionals. But that's what it is, dude. That's the problem. No home cultivation, and they're making a big deal about expungements. Bro, you can't give somebody a life sentence for fucking pot. And I don't mean that they're putting people in prison away for life. I mean that you get caught. My example is a perfect example. In fucking early 2000s, maybe '06, '05, '06, I got caught with 3 grams of weed. Three. Not 100,
Yeah.
not 1,000. I wasn't carrying kilos around. I wasn't transporting pounds. I got caught with an eighth of fucking weed. Some people roll that up in their.
It was a fucking. It was.
No, yes, it was. It was
It
three
was
point.
like
It was
20 bag.
it
It
was-
was a little.
it was 3.5 on the scale because when they for those of you that are upstanding citizens of the fucking law, when you get in trouble for a drug related offense like this, what they will do is in your discovery they will let you know down to the fucking um decimal point how much they caught you with. So mine came down to 3.5, which basically means that without a scale, I'm the fucking man, dude. But that's not important. What I'm trying to say is that 3 grams of weed, and I can't rent an apartment on my own. You know why I'm standing in here right now? Because she did it. It's on her fucking, it's on her credit. It's on her credit, that's why. Weed, for fucking weed. Meanwhile, if I stuck my dick in a fucking child, I would have no problem finding a fucking place to live. And yeah, I fucking just said it, dude. I don't. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to be a fucking the pedophile than it is a drug dealer. And I don't mean the action. I'd rather sell heroin and destroy somebody's life than to fuck a child. At least the person that's doing heroin has made the choice to do heroin. A child doesn't get to choose whether or not they get fucked.
If you ask my sister, she would be like, yeah.
Or Barbara Streisand, that's a whole different fucking.
Why she was a.
She said some shit about Michael Jackson, about how, well, the kids may have been touched, but, they wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Stop. You can't do that, dude.
Well, I guess when they hit a certain age, you can probably blame it on the parents.
Yeah. Well, it is their fault too. It's what you get for putting your fucking kid in the bed with a grown ass man. You're a fucking bad parent, dude.
Kevin, for the kid, for Barbara Streisand, whatever, to think about that in that way, that means then, those kids that wanted to be there with him, were touched before that, or had some type of, sexual abuse, molestation, because of, my sister and I, we got molested and raped. 2 different things. My sister is like, please touch me, please kidnap me, please, do everything that you want to me as a little kid. But me, I'm just like, no, get away.
All right, that's great. Appreciate that. That's what everybody showed up for.
No, I'm just saying, like, that I would think that would be one of the reasons why.
She's 70-something years old. She should know better
That's
than
not
to.
the racist woman.
No, she's a singer. She's a really big nose. If you seen her, you would know. No, but that's what everybody makes fun of her for, is how big her nose is.
Is it like mine?
She's an old white lady.
I heard of the name, I think.
She's huge in the gay community. You would know who she is. If I pulled a picture of her up, you would know.
That's either like no, that's not the one.
I don't
I don't
know. I
fucking
don't
know.
know. I don't pretend to know her music. The point that I'm getting at is, dude, this whole thing is it's a fucking charade, bro. If they really wanted to pass it, it would get passed.
They're just fucking queers.
Dude, you can't say that.
No, because they
No,
do
no, I'm
so
telling you, you can't say something like that. The PC police are gonna come and get you now because you said a fucking bad word.
There's a lot of gays in my family.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're not gay. You can't say that. You can't do it. I mean, believe. I don't think it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's really fucking stupid. The point is though, dude, if they really wanted to do it, if they really wanted to do it, if they gave a fraction of a fuck about people that get arrested for fucking pot, dude. Do you see how quickly they passed a law for people that get arrested with heroin to go into rehab instead of jail? That was
The needle exchange program. Like
I don't think they have one here because all the lawmakers don't want it because they said there's gonna that would promote drug use. People are gonna do drugs whether or not.
There's a needle exchange program in the pharmacies in Rite Aid, Walgreens.
That's not an exchange. That's a drop-off point. It's because they know people are gonna go in the bathrooms and shoot up, so they're giving them a place to put their needles.
Well, yeah, I know I know a lot of places now have those drop-off, boxes, and it's not just for that, Kevin. It's also for people that have, hepatitis or fucking
Well,
diabetes.
This just stupid. I'm fucking kind of upset right now. I mean, I've known for days that this wasn't gonna go.
I was hoping though.
I've known for days this wasn't gonna go through. It's gonna come down to a vote in November. That's what's gonna happen because they've been saying it since the beginning. They've been saying it since the beginning. If it doesn't pass, we have to vote on it all by ourselves. The problem is, now I don't think there's going to be any changes made to the law that was proposed. What I mean by that is, in this current law, there is no home cultivation. You can't grow at home. Still, you can only buy it in designated retail shops. And with the shortage on weed already in the medical community, there's no way they're going to be able to keep up with the demand. It's impossible. I brought this up before. They should allow people to buy from other states that participate in legalized programs like California or Colorado and places like that. And the state's argument is going to be, well, if we do that, then they're taking money away from us. Hey, but if you don't have the product available, they're going to buy it on the street anyway, and you're not going to see that money regardless. So what difference does it make where they buy it? I don't know why I'm even making this video right now, because nobody that really watches the channel, they definitely don't live around here, and 90% of them don't even live in the country. So, it's kind of pointless.
Except for, if you got any Minnesota, residents.
Not really. It's mostly overseas.
I'm pretty sure TJ, said before he moved to where he moved from Minnesota to wherever he's now. I know that he did say, but because he's a bullshitter, half of the time, he said that Minnesota legalized weed for recreational use.
No, they have it for medical use. They might have it for recreational.
Well, he said that they definitely had it for medical because that was one of the things that my father was trying to get us to visit and say that
Pennsylvania
easier for us.
Pennsylvania has it too. New York is on the verge of recreational we're gonna be the last assholes in line, and in New
And
Jersey,
they actually think that they're going to get it in New York. They
they
like
probably
it will
will.
actually pass because how fast it passed with the medical.
They probably will. But if it comes down to voting for it, obviously the vote is gonna pass. That's not the problem. And I say obviously because I'm pretty. If the polls are even close to correct, there's at least a 70% support throughout the state of people that want it to be legalized. The problem is now they're not going to go back in and fix that law. I mean, they might, but I'm saying that there's a fair chance they're not going to touch it because as far as they're concerned, their job is done. They got what they wanted. This bill is not for us. This bill is for them. This bill is for them to make their money. That's all this is about. They don't care about the people that get thrown into jail or because you get caught with a joint on you, now you're fucked for the rest of your life unless you can afford like $5,000 worth in legal papers and lawyers and going to court to try to get your fucking record expunged. They don't care about all that. Fuck. I've been in this for 16 minutes. There's no sense in it. Really, is it? No point. Anybody that is in the know, the last place they're coming to get an opinion